Thanks, guys. Yeah, well, actually, unfortunately, the men's run in the Big Ten tournament came to a close yesterday. And yes, I'm calling it a run because they finally got past the first game for the first time in the last couple of years. So at least we got some progress there, guys. The Michigan Wolverines took down Iowa in overtime, 77-71. The big question with this team now is whether or not some players will be transferring. The rumors have already started to surface that Iowa star Tyler Cook may be looking elsewhere. And when asked about it yesterday after the loss, he would not make a comment. So let's move over to some better news. Iowa does still have one team in the Big Ten tournament. The women's team advanced after beating Northwestern yesterday, 55-45. Reporter Lucy Rodin is in Indianapolis with more.
Against Northwestern, Iowa held the Wildcats to just 1 point in the first period. But Northwestern managed to battle back to bring it within 5 after some foul trouble from Megan Gustafson. But thanks to sharp shooting from Mackenzie Meyer and Alexis Civilian, Iowa ended up taking this one 55-45.
To be able to hold them to 1 point in the first quarter, that's huge. I mean, not only were we able to score and to be able to, put the ball in the bucket, but we were able to get stops on defense, and that was really important.
I think that might be the first time I've ever experienced anything like that. That was pretty amazing, and thank goodness for that first quarter and that good start, because we needed all of that to finish this game.
We just knew we had to win the game, and it was a 5-point game with just a minute or so left. So we were ready to lock down, and we knew we were going to get stops when we needed them.
It's kind of a gut check sometimes, okay, you guys, they understand what they have to do. When we came out, we scored after that possession too, or after that timeout, and I thought that was a good possession to kind of get us momentum going back in our favor. But I think it was just like, okay, let's lock down. It wasn't anything that we changed defensively or anything like that. It was just a point of, we got 5 minutes, you guys. Let's go win this game. Let's play great defense. As long as we play great defense, we're going to win this game.
Iowa will face Minnesota this afternoon in the third round of the Big Ten tournament. Reporting from inside Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, this has been Lucy Rodin for DITV Sports.
Well, as basketball season is starting to come to a close, spring is here, which means baseball season is back. And along with baseball being back, one Iowa pitcher has made his comeback debut after he went through Tommy John surgery. I sat down with the left-hander Nick Allgaier to talk about his return.
So just kind of talk about the injury in fall of 2016, Tommy John surgery. Talk about when it happened, and then kind of after in the recovery process. You talked that you would train 6 to 7 days a week just to be able to get back.
Yeah, so it was a live set. It was actually outside here. It was our first live set. I was facing Case Masson, and I threw a slider, and it kind of felt really weird. I felt like I almost hit my funny bone. It didn't like pop or didn't tingling didn't go down my whole arm. It just kind of felt like it hit my funny bone and kind of rang. I tried to throw, I think, 7 more pitches. My velo went down like almost 10 miles an hour, and I didn't throw 1 strike. And coach was like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, my elbow was kind of bothering me. He's like, all right, we'll go get it checked out. So I kind of walked off the mountain. Heller was like, what are you doing? I'm like, my elbow was killing me. Like, I got to go get it checked out. And he just kind of looked at me like with a blank stare, like, I don't know what's going on right now.
And then you get the call, you get named the Friday starter. Just talk about that. It's a goal, I think, for probably every pitcher for you guys to get that name. Just talk about when you found out and then how you felt.
Yeah, just coming here my freshman year, like we had Tyler Payton on the mound on Friday night, and you see that every Friday night starter is usually the best pitcher on the staff. That's just something every pitcher coming to college baseball strives for. That's something that when I had surgery, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come back and be the Friday night starter. My best friend, Nick Gallagher, was Friday night starter last year, and he gave me a lot of motivation. Just being able to see him go out there every Friday is something that I wanted to do, and that's what my rehab and hard work allowed me to do.
All right, well, congratulations on getting back, the return, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Well, the win that day, guys, was as brutal as it looked in the interview, but Allgaier will be taking the mound today at Alabama at 4 p.m. You can catch my full interview with Nick on our Daily Iowan YouTube page. The women's gymnastics team will be celebrating their seniors tonight, which includes Lainey Snyder, who has made a name for herself on the floor. I got the inside scoop on how her routine came to be.
Iowa gymnast Lainey Snyder, now known as almost the rebel of college gymnastics, has continued to stun the country on one event, floor. But floor hasn't always been this longtime gymnast forte.
Floor wasn't my main event. It wasn't ever really my favorite until I got to college.
We didn't really recruit Lainey for floor. she is an incredible athlete, but dancing was really not her forte, and she'll tell you that. And the very first time I asked her about floor music, she, said something, I don't know, like AC/DC. I was like, really? I don't know if I could do choreography to that.
Snyder has become a star for her now most anticipated floor routine of her career. And just like her, the routine is as unique as they come.
I knew I wanted a rock routine just because I have been wanting it for a while, and I'm honestly not that great of a dancer, but I can entertain.
She kind of just let her personality come out a little bit, and as she was playing, I was like, how fun would that be to just tie in everything Iowa? So it kind of developed from there.
My floor music is Crazy Train because, my nickname is Lane Train, so I thought that was fitting. And then there's the Seven Nation Army in there, classic Iowa football song. And then Back in Black, keeping it classic. If I wanted to add my dab, she was like, go for it. I add the IOWA in there. And she just gave me a lot of freedom just to involve the crowd as much as possible.
Lainey's last time competing inside of Carver will be tonight at 7 p.m. and she's ready to leave it all on the floor.
I guess this is the first time I've really thought about it, and I'm going to be sad about it, but we got the rest of the season left, and I'm going to give it my all.
Sad for me that we lose that type of personality because there's nobody like her.
Lainey and the Gymhawks are taking on Southeastern Missouri State tonight at 7 p.m. inside of Carver Hawkeye Arena for the last time this season. Come back on Monday for all of your Hawkeye sports highlights from the weekend. Guys, back over to you.